Have you heard of the Environmental Working Group? No? Well, today I'm going to enlighten you on them. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm happy to have you here today. Today we're going to be talking about the Environmental Working Group, more specifically the Dirty Dozen and the Clean 13. Many of you have probably never heard of what I'm talking about, which is why I think you're going to absolutely love this video. It started in 1993. They help to expose loopholes, they shine a spotlight on outdated legislation, and they are also helping to alert us to the outdated environmental practices that are also still in use. If I ever bring up the Environmental Working Group in my office, it's a good chance that no one has ever heard of it, which is really a shame. So if you go to ewg.org, environmentalworkinggroup.org, you will go and you will find a number of different resources at your disposal. I use it all the time because they have the Skin Deep database. So if you are interested in really finding out how healthy or unhealthy a product you use, a personal care product, shampoo, makeup, hair products, whatever it might be, you can go on there, you can search this giant database and it'll give you a letter grade for how safe that product is, right? It could A, B, C, F. And then it'll also give you a reason as to why it's rated that way. Is it, does it have one of three different areas? Is it an allergen? Is it toxicity? You know, what is it the concerns of the ingredients themselves? And it'll break down the ingredients and why the ingredients are safe or unsafe as well. Like I said, I've been using this for a really long time. There's also products that are EWG verified. I tried to find one in my house here today. I know I have a bunch, but I think they all come on, it all says it on the outside of the packaging. Herbal Essence, I do use their shampoos at times because they are Environmental Working Group certified, which means that they are safe. They are very, very safe for the environment and for you. There's a little logo on the front of them. And I also use it for cleaning products. If you go on to ewg.org, you can also search cleaning products and you can see which cleaning products you use in your house that are safe or some that you potentially should avoid. It's really interesting. I mean, like anytime you search the toilet bowl cleaners, they are always failing. Like stay away from toilet bowl cleaners. You're going to find the more natural alternatives. And again, they have all of that listed on the site. They also have a water database. So if you're in an area of the country that has potentially harmful drinking water, you can go on there and find out with a rating how safe or unsafe your water is, and if you should get a whole house filtration system or something of that nature in order to use your water. Today, though, we are talking really about every year they come out with a new list called the Dirty Dozen and the Clean 13. This is the time of year when we are starting to get lots of fresh produce. Our farmers market just started up here in Stevens Point 2 weeks ago. And when we're eating fresh fruits and vegetables, we want to make sure they're healthy and safe for us, not covered in contaminants like pesticides and herbicides. So the Dirty Dozen list is the top 12 worst offenders. They looked at 46 different items in the analysis, and these are the 12 that had the most contamination with pesticides. Now, I know this list is still from 2024, so when 2025's list comes out, I'll let you know. But again, because fresh fruit and vegetable season is upon us, I wanted us to know, like, hey, when you're shopping at your supermarket or at the farmer's market, these are the ones that you want to be aware of, right? It comes in this really handy dandy little list. You can print it off, fold it in half, and on this side is the Dirty Dozen. On the other side, I'll show you in a minute what that is. But these, again, are the top 12 offenders for the dirtiest and most contaminated with pesticide fruits and vegetables of their analysis. So number one, it's on here every year, is strawberries, right? So we all love strawberries. In fact, the Environmental Working Group said that the average American eats, get this, 8 pounds of fresh strawberries a year. And with them, dozens of pesticides, including chemicals that have been linked to cancer, reproductive damage, or are banned in Europe, right? So the number one thing that you should be buying if you have the potential, right? I mean, I know sometimes finances are a concern and a limitation, but these are the 12 that if you can buy them organically, it's really that much smarter for you and healthier for you. So like I said, number 1 was strawberries. Number 2 is spinach. So it's packed with nutrients, but it's also been found to have European Union banned pesticides. Kale, collard greens, and mustard greens are number 3. Those aren't things that we eat as much in my house, although my kids do love kale chips. And when I do buy kale, I do buy it organic, right? Super simple swap. That one's not that much of a difference in price, but kale, collard greens, and mustard greens. Number 4 is grapes. Grapes has been on this list for a really long time as well. I love to eat grapes, but finding organic grapes that are reasonably priced is really difficult. Sometimes in Costco in summer, we can find them. Grapes, I've been telling people this for a long, long time. If you look at the containers that your produce comes in, it'll say where it's made in, and a lot of times it'll say grown in Chile, right? Chile or other countries may not have the same standards that we do. Not that our standards are great. I'd rather have European Union standards for pesticides and herbicides that are banned. But in other countries, they may have even more lax laws than we do. So for importing grapes, for example, from Chile, well, what are they putting on those grapes in Chile than transporting here for us to eat? So grapes, another one. That's number 4. Peaches. Peaches are number 5. Peaches pack a punch when it comes to pesticide contamination. That's what the Environmental Working Group says. Pears. This is one that I always forget. My little 8-year-old loves pears. And honestly, a lot of times I forget that pears are on the Dirty Dozen, which is why this little handy list should really be in my wallet at any time. Nectarines, apples. Apples, it's not even necessarily when they're grown, but it's after they're grown, they're sprayed with all kinds of contaminants after they're plucked and off to ship. So I always buy organic apples. My husband at this point knows, do not bring apples home unless they are organic. And yes, they might be a little bit more expensive, but I'm okay with that because I know that they're, again, not covered in this contamination. Bell peppers and hot peppers. Also on the list, they're number 9. So bell peppers and hot peppers. Cherries. This one's a tough one for my family. My husband loves Rainier cherries, and finding organic Rainier cherries is really difficult. Plus, they taste so good, so you just want to like pluck them up off the shelf and bring them home and just eat them. And we can do that, right? But we just have to realize if we're trying to minimize our exposure to toxins, this is the best way to do it. Number 11 on the list is blueberries. So blueberries are back on the list in 2024 again. I'll let you know when that 2025 list comes out, but they're back because they had several traces of several toxic pesticides. And number 12, a new addition to the list in 2024 was green beans. That one was an odd one to me, but green beans have been tainted by pesticides the EPA banned over 10 years ago, over a decade ago, are the green beans. That was the Dirty Dozen. Right? That's the 12 worst offenders with our fruits and vegetables. On the opposite side, now that you've been staring at here for a few minutes, is the clean 15. So these are the 15 cleanest of the fruits and vegetables that they analyzed. And these are the ones that, again, if you're trying to budget, these don't necessarily have to be purchased organically as often. So the number 1 on there is sweet corn, right? So sweet corn, avocados, because they have that tough outer skin and you're not eating the outer skin, we don't have to worry about them as much. Pineapple, same thing, right? Got a tough outer skin. Onions, papayas, sweet peas, asparagus, honeydew melon, again, that tough outer rind, kiwi, cabbage, watermelon, mushrooms, mango, sweet potatoes, and carrots. Those are the 15 that you don't have to worry about as much. All right, so now that we've gone over the Dirty Dozen and the Clean 15, tell me, did you know about this list? Do you know about the Environmental Working Group? If you don't, go check out ewg.org. They have a fantastic resource there for us. It's provided there by conscious companies, donations of anonymous people like us that donate, other companies that want to make sure that our earth and our personal lives stay as healthy as possible. So go check out EWG, go print off your list of the Dirty Dozen and the Clean 15, carry it in your purse or your pocket when you go shopping. So that way you can make sure you can maximize your health and minimize your exposure to toxic substances. Thanks for tuning in today. Stay tuned. I have new episodes that come out every Monday and Thursdays around the same kind of thing. Healthy recipes, mindful movement, healthy habits, all of that stuff. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and hit that like button. I'd appreciate it.